life can get pretty hectic at the end of the year. Work, family time, sticking to routines, and preparing for the new year all at once. It's that time when so many of us reflect, stress, and dream up elaborate plans for the year ahead. And honestly, I'm no different. But this year, I got lucky. I had 2 weeks off work to get a head start on things. Here's how it all went.
Wow, I did not know this book was this big. Oh shit. I may have lost my mind when I said that I can get this done by the 29th. Okay. Quicksilver. I'm thinking maybe I'll hold off on this until after I read this book with Nate. But anyway, I ordered this because I'm currently reading the last book in the Faded to Darkness series. I got told to read this from TikTok, and this is why I always am adamant about just going to the bookstore and picking up books that you yourself like read the back or read a blurb and just like automatically, because this series I felt sort of was lackluster. Honestly, the plot sort of like fell through it. Honestly, the books were really short in comparison to other sort of fantasy books that I read. However, every time I read each book, there is so much repetition, so much like internal thoughts that's like, okay, you keep repeating, and I know you're trying to drive that emphasis home. However, there comes a time where you should just move on from a plot and like develop the story more. I felt like these books was lacking that. As you can see, I still have quite a bit. I want to finish by the end of this weekend. I'm a quarter of the way through, and we shall see if that actually happens. If I, by chance, finish by Sunday, it is Thursday, by the way, then I'm going to move on to this book. If I can't move on to this book by Monday, I think I just may save it for maybe later in Jan or early Feb, before I move apartments, and that's a story for a different day. But anyway, I'm about to take off these clothes and get into something comfy and then get on the couch. To do some decluttering. I'm moving in January, February, in like a month and a half, I would say, a little over a month and a half, and I want to start getting rid of stuff so that the moving process doesn't become a pain in my ass, because I have a lot of stuff going on. So I'm gonna start decluttering the kitchen and my closets and leave it at that, because I still have some time. So I just wanted to start the process, if you will. So I'm going to do that. That's next on my list for the day. Technically, it's the last thing on my list to do today. So let's get started. since I played the piano, and I'm not proud of it. I stopped taking my group lessons because, well, life got really hectic and I wanted to spend all of my extra income and time on our fashion brand that we're hoping to release this coming year. But that's not an excuse because I have a piano at home and I should have continued to practice all of the things that I did learn for that year and a half practicing with my piano class. So it is Christmas Eve and I wanted to play something special, although it's been months since I said. So I'm gonna start with hopefully something simple, which is Hallelujah. It's just a nice song to play and it's one of the simpler chords that I feel like I could remember, and it's just arpeggiating all of the notes. At least that's the way that we learned in class. So I'm gonna attempt it. It's gonna suck at first, and I just wanted to get back into the groove of playing, honestly, because there's no excuse. And I have this time off of work that I could focus on my hobbies and do things that make me happy, and learn to play piano was definitely one of them. So let's get started. So we start with a C chord, and I think that will be it. Usually I will play around here. This is like my safe place. I usually tend to stay in center C area. So let's start with that and just arpeggiate for the intro. Okay, A minor. That's going to take me some time because I forgot all of the minor, and I think it's just a simple A. Okay. And then move on to, then go back to C. It's time to take down the Christmas tree. It is the 30th of December and I want to do a little bit of decluttering before preparing for the new year. So let's do that. Show you guys how I do my vision boards for the year. I completed mine last night on the 31st, which is typically when I like to do it, like the last day of the year preparing. But before that, I usually do my goal setting first, and then I do my vision board. And I'm not gonna show you guys this year's vision board. I don't know. I'm not really superstitious, but I don't want to share it until the end of this year. So I'm going to show you guys my last year's vision board, and I'm going to show you how I do my goal setting. In addition to that, how I use Canva to sort of like plan other aspects of my life, because I am moving. I think I've said that multiple times, but it's confirmed. I signed the lease for my new apartment. And honestly, I may not put that in this video. I may put that in another video, so scratch that. So let me log in and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. I won't go into my goals in depth, but this is my 2024 goals tracker. I did it this way because I wanted to keep track per quarter and notate which goals I will work on per quarter. So some of my goals for 2024 was to save up a 6-month emergency fund, save up for new apartment, start back investing in my 401k, raise my credit score, and a few other things, go on dates, continue to travel, so on and so forth. And from there, once I have my goal list pretty much set in stone, I move to the quarterly breakdown. The quarterly breakdown is like this. So for Q1, it's January, February, March. Don't know if that's obvious, but yeah, and then I put down the action items. So action items of what I need to do in order to achieve the overall like arching goal. So if I said that I wanted to save 6 months of an emergency fund, I have to then break down how much that would be per month or per quarter and put it in a high yield saving account. And then this is the due date, and that is how much every month I would have needed to put in order to get the amount that I wanted to save per month and then per quarter. And then it goes all the way through some of my other goals for the quarter. I will be honest that I stopped pretty much successively tracking this after Q2 because then I got into sort of like birthday planning and then the end of the year, traveling to Japan. So I wasn't really successful, but obviously I want to try again this year because I feel like it's a good system to have. But after I've come up with the overall sort of like 2024 goals or goals in general, I then start to pick out photos from Pinterest and then convert them to my actual vision board. And this is what the 2024 vision board looked like. And I'm really proud of it. I love doing collages, but the only time that I do them are for my vision boards, and I do them virtually. I don't typically like doing them physically because it's not the kind of art that I hang in my house, but I do love looking at it. So once I pull the photos from Pinterest that represent each goal that I've created or jotted down on my other Canva board in the tracker, I then pull the photos, put them in here, and arrange them to fit the aesthetic that I want it to look like. Thank you so much for watching. I'm getting ready to do some more work on my computer. This is my last day off of work before my first day back in 2025. So I'm going to do a bit on my computer and then relax for the remainder of the day. So I'm gonna close out the vlog here. I hope you all enjoyed this style of video and what I got to in my 2 weeks off of work. And look forward to more videos style similar to this because I really enjoyed filming it. And let me know in the comments what your top goal is for 2025. And I hope you have a great start to your new year.